Why is it that every time something happens that's outside of the cruise line's control, people automatically say, "You owe me compensation"? As adults, do we not plan for the what ifs when we travel? Chris here with High Seas Cruising. Welcome to today's video, and we're going to talk about the what ifs of traveling. For example, what if you're driving to the cruise port and your car breaks down? Is that the cruise line's fault? What if you book a cruise during hurricane season and it's affected by a hurricane? Is that the cruise line's fault? And do they owe you compensation? What if you've booked your cruise during the winter time and a winter storm makes your cruise ship stay out a day longer? Is that the cruise line's fault? And do they owe you money? How about a medical emergency on board the cruise ship that results in a delay in getting back to port? They stop to save a human life. They divert to save a human life. Do you at that point go down to guest services and demand compensation because it has affected you? It's almost like people don't think that anything could possibly happen during their cruise. You know, we always say, get to the cruise port a day early. It's the safest thing to do because what if something happens? But that same logic should be applied to all parts of a vacation that you take. And it doesn't matter whether it's a cruise or anything. If you're traveling, you're doing something, you got to plan for the what ifs. What if bad weather comes in and we are delayed? What if we can't get back to port on time? But not everybody thinks that way. No, of course they don't. They think that if there's any delay, any change, any adjustment that has to be made, it is automatically the cruise line's responsibility to provide them compensation and to pay for things that honestly have nothing to do with the cruise. And we're going to hear about some of those examples today. First one's going to be about the Carnival Pride. Carnival Pride over this past weekend, they had to delay coming back to port by one day due to ice. They couldn't get into Baltimore. Too much ice, which meant the passengers on board had to spend an extra day on board. Now, the follow-on cruise, of course, it's got delayed by a day. Their cruise is going to be shortened, but the complaint isn't from the people with the shorter cruise. It's from the ones that had to stay on the ship the extra day. So I'm going to play you guys a video clip right now. This is going to be Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, John Heald, talking about this subject, talking about a person who wanted compensation for being stuck out an extra day. Someone who wanted compensation because it was so cold outside, there were no activities on the Lido deck. Someone who wants compensation over a delay due to a medical evacuation. Not of a passenger, no. They were upset because it was only a crew member. So take a listen to this.
Right, let's just say a couple of things about the cruise. Do I talk about this or not? I saw a post yesterday and I checked with the ship, and you know, there were 2,000 people on board Carnival Pride that had to spend an extra day at sea because it couldn't dock due to the ice in Baltimore. And apparently 1,990 people thought it was absolutely understandable and thought the crew did a wonderful job. I saw many people writing under the picture yesterday I posted of Carnival Pride breaking through the ice on the way home. Just what a great job the crew had done. But there were a couple who did not like it very much, spending that extra day. And there was, I won't mention the name, I'm dying to mention it, but it would be wrong for me to do so. But the person on board, I won't read the whole post because it is, well, it will make your head spin. Like that. Basically demanding, not asking, that Carnival pays the extra fees that they're going to have to pay for their dog sitting service and kennels, or whatever you like to call it, because the ship couldn't dock until Monday. And by the time they get on the drive home, they will not be there Tuesday. So they're asking for Carnival to pay for the 2 extra days of dog sitting. Sometimes there are no words. There really aren't. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. We're not going to pay it. We're not. And then the other one I received, the only other negative I received about spending the extra day was that it was so cold outside on that would have been Sunday on the way home on Monday, that there was absolutely nothing to do for their children. I have a dog treat in my hand because there's going to be oh no, he's gone. I thought I was about to be German Shepherd. Yeah, it was so cold outside that there was nothing for their children to do, which I understand. I've seen this before. But again, asking for onboard credit at guest services because the children couldn't use the water slide. I mean, it makes your head spin. We're not. I apologise. I mean, and I know Camp Ocean and Club O2 and Circle C would have had some brilliant activities. There was so much going on board. Yes, not outside because it was minus things dropping off or inverting. We couldn't do things outside, but at the end of the day, the crew did a brilliant job. And the fact that only one person asked for onboard credit, well, that possibly is the best denominator for me to move on. I have sympathy for people whose plans were changed because of the extra day at sea, but asking for compensation just no. That wasn't the worst. The worst was 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3, I can't remember. But it was a lot of you saw it, the request for onboard credit because there was a 3 or 4 hour delay getting into port. And the person wrote to me asking for that. The reason for the delay was a Coast Guard helicopter having to come to the ship. And I got the quote here, collecting a man who we later found out was a crew person. How much is human life worth? Well, according to the gentleman that wrote that to me, $100 onboard credit. A lot of people ask me, how do I handle all these comments? And, the guest services are the front line and they do such a wonderful job. And I'm proud, so proud. If you're watching this, guest services teams across the fleet, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For me, I have a little trick. I could write back something really rude or sometimes block them but often what I do is I click on their profile picture and I look at it. I look at their profile picture through a fork. And just for a moment, it looks like they're in jail.
Well, there you go. Because the cruise ship was delayed coming back, it was going to take them longer to drive home. They had their dogs boarded, and now Carnival Cruise Lines, they demand that Carnival Cruise Lines pay those fees. You owe me, Carnival. You must pay for my dog's boarding because Mother Nature came in and did her thing, and you just didn't blaze your ship through the ice and risk everybody's safety so I could get home when I was supposed to. This is about planning for the what ifs. What if I book a cruise during the wintertime and the weather affects me getting home? What if I book a cruise during hurricane season and the weather affects me getting home? And I wonder, had the Carnival Pride come in on time, they'd gotten on the road and the road's been closed, impassable, they couldn't drive home, still wouldn't have gotten home till Tuesday, whose fault would it have been then? Who would have owed them compensation over a weather event that only Mother Nature controls? But that wasn't the only example, because now you have a cruise passenger with children on board and it's too cold for activities out on the Lido deck. They cannot use the water slides in the middle of winter. And because they couldn't use the water slides and they had to stay inside, they are owed compensation. There was absolutely nothing for them to do. No kids' clubs on board Carnival ships, right? No activities going on they could participate in. The crew, because we know how crew members are, they say, oh, well, the kids can't go outside. Let's do absolutely nothing to help keep them entertained. That's how crew members work, right? But that's not the point. The point is no water slides. Give me compensation. But it's the last one that I think really talks about the state of humanity these days for some cruisers out there. Because a cruise ship is delayed in getting back to port over a medical evacuation, but it's just a crew member. I mean, really. And because you delayed me over getting back to port to just save a crew member's life, clearly you owe me. Where is my future cruise credit? Where is my compensation over my time that you have now taken from me just to save a human being's life? And then the ability to put a monetary value on that, to say, his life, it's worth $100. And these are just some examples of the people that you're cruising with every time you go out at sea. Because it seems like there's always at least one on board guaranteed that something will happen, and they will run down to guest services and want to know, where's my money? Because no matter how many times we say, taking a cruise vacation, you gotta kind of think it's a bit fluid. Your ship could have a mechanical problem. You could have a weather delay. There could be an issue at the port that results in an itinerary change. You could have to divert for a medical emergency, a rescue at sea. Perhaps you got to do some searching because somebody went overboard. There are all types of reasons of why your cruise may not be perfect from point A to point B. That's also why in the cruise contract it says, stuff can change. Itineraries can change. Things can happen. They have to put it in there because people will go down and demand, gimme, 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 over every little thing. Because either they don't know how it works, they don't care that that's how it works, or maybe, just maybe, they're jerk-offs. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Should any of these people been given any form of compensation whatsoever? And that is going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.